Now, ladies and gentlemen, within the next 2 weeks, CS2's first debut/announcement turns 1 year old. This past year is definitely one to remember in Counter-Strike's history, with this new game's low and high points, new bugs, most amount of updates and communication from the devs we've ever seen in CS, but also the market. Just like the game, it's seen many new high points, but also some low points along the way. CS2 hype started months before the game's full announcement, which got players to buy skins more than anyone had previously, which then caused prices to skyrocket in what feels like overnight. And then following its full release, the market started to climb back down to a normal, some may say, or just dropped overall. Today's video, I want to take a look at Counter-Strike's market 1 year later. We'll compare player numbers, trends a year ago versus now, but also prices of where they could be headed very shortly. Either later this week or early next week, I'll be posting my long-awaited Counter-Strike 2 year-in review of what went wrong, but also great. Today's video sponsor is SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is a buying and trading marketplace where you can trade off your old skins for something new. All you do is log in with Steam, then you trade the skins you no longer want to pick up the new skins you want to obtain. Any remaining cash from trading goes to your balance that can be used in any future trade. By using my code MANDO, you can get up to a free $5, and if you choose to deposit alongside using my code, you get a total of a 35% deposit bonus. With SkinsMonkey's large variety of skins, they also offer daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways. If interested, it'll be the top of the link in the description below. Now, before hopping into today's commentary, there's actually some brand new Counter-Strike 2 news. CS2 just received an update. It was a small blog post size of 10 megabytes. It was pretty much just optimizing CPUs for the game, and quote-unquote from the blog post, they fixed a threading bug that could lead to a frame rate hitch, especially if all CPUs were busy. Now, the reason this is even worth mentioning is we are just a little under a week away. Next week is actually the start of the Major. Before this update came out, data miners and people in the Counter-Strike scene were starting to say that these stickers could be coming with this update, or that could be it. So you're going to be seeing a lot of bait, but also a lot of data miners, leakers, and players just going into the unknown of when or when not these stickers could come out. So if you see DPR updates for CS2 within the next couple of days, it could be stickers, but it also could just be a very small update. But with all that being said, let's hop into the commentary. Let's now discuss the skins market then versus now. Going back in time to 2023, right before CS2 was revealed, the community knew it was coming. Player count showed, but so did skins. We had an all-time high player record from 2020 when everyone was stuck inside, hitting over 1 million players for the very first time, or at least what felt like in years, and we surpassed this without even CS2 being revealed. There was just leaks, rumors, and some data mines floating around in the scene. But specifically talking about skins, there were some rumors starting to fly around that some skins would become animated, such as the lightning strike. Rumors like this obviously came to be false, but at the time there were a lot of people buying these skins up just pretty much out of FOMO. And then you have case unboxings, which started to hit a record high. Ever since 2020, case unboxings were already on the high. Instead of being 5 to 10, maybe even 15 million, they were pushing 30 to 40 and then even 50 million at some points. As of today, in March of 2024, dating back to February, within the past month, there have been a total of 34 million cases unboxed, which for the past year has been semi-normal. But at the time of CS2's release, or right around that time, this started pushing 50, which with so many cases being unboxed and the new drop system that we had, every single case in the game that was once very cheap, 5 all the way to 30 cents at some points, that was considered cheap, those all headed over $1 for the very first time in history. Items such as the Danger Zone case, which were once saw as a meme, were now over $1, and it was like this for almost a whole week. Now, the total amount of unboxings, but also case prices now versus then, isn't necessarily low, it's just semi a new normal, which is definitely something to keep in mind here. Now, right around the time of CS2's release, this wasn't necessarily a rumor, just more so of a prediction, but also just the truth. It was predicted that a lot of CSGO skins were essentially going to have an upgrade going into CS2, which obviously turned to be true. Investments for some players, but also skins in general, such as the Dopplers, or really anything shiny in general, were going to be a very good profit. The Glock Gamma Doppler, or the Emerald for the Glock, those were a little over $100, which were quickly turned into a 4 to 5 times profit. The majority of skins, let alone all the items in the market, started to see a downtrend after the release of CS2. Now, there were a couple reasons for this. Number one was the obvious, only really 1% or less of the community could actually play CS2, but you also had the fact that the game was broken and there was things being constantly changed, such as skins. For the first 2 to 3 weeks of CS2 being released, when there was only Dust 2 to be played, the Katowice 2014 stickers looked horrible and looked really bad on some weapons. I think for the most part, most players knew that these skins and stickers weren't really actually going to look like this because it was just a beta, but it definitely still played a little fact in the market. And then we have old gems, such as the Desert Eagle Blaze. This, in my opinion, is where the stupidity in Counter-Strike's market took place. A skin that was originally an average of $300 to $400 went to the moon by hitting $1,500 at an all-time high, which lasted a week and then returned to normal. This now sits around $500. Now, back when I used Twitter on a daily basis, this is one of my posts from around a year ago, where I was pretty much warning people not to buy in at something like this, since there was a lot of FOMO, a lot of uncertainty, and it's a very big risk to buy in at that very high price. Now, following the discussion of player count, skins, and knives, we also have the sticker market. This had some factors aside from CS2's hype, which was the Paris sticker release. Going back to the time when the Paris stickers first debuted, you take the Cloud9 holo from Antwerp 2022 for an example. It was one of the best recent looking blue stickers and it was semi-cheap. This This went from a $10 to $15 sticker because Cloud9 wasn't playing in the major, and with the CS2 hype, this sticker then went to $40 to $50, which as of recording, it's just now around $20. Like I mentioned, there are some other factors. The hype started to return to normal, but you also have the Paris sticker market, which pretty much crashed all the recent-ish transparent shiny stickers. I've also had a decent amount of comments and some questions on Twitter in regards to what I think these new stickers could look like, that being for the Copenhagen Major later this week. I personally wouldn't be too surprised and wouldn't hold your breath for any kind of new design or something different from the transparent stickers we've seen these past few years, but if we do see something different, I think it could be pretty creative, or it could be another remaster to how we saw with Katowice 2014, going to Stockholm, Antwerp, and then Paris. Now that was just one example for stickers, but there are a handful more. What are my predictions for the near future of Counter-Strike's market? Well, at the moment, the player count is slowly returning back to the old all-time high naturally without any big content or new updates. And over the course of the next year, I'd expect the market to grow at a steady pace, but nothing will happen like it did with CS2's hype nor release, probably ever again. How we saw skins like the Glock Emerald, the Dopplers, really anything shiny that had that big of a difference inside Counter-Strike 2 than CSGO. We'll never see that big of an upgrade, that being with price, in that short of a time span, probably ever again. Now, because of CS2 being a year old now, but also the Copenhagen Major coming up within the next week with that sticker release, I wanted to tell you guys to be careful with what you buy, but specifically when you buy it. Make sure when you do, it's not out of FOMO, and it's also at the right time. Look and see, but also ask questions if there's any big updates that are coming soon, or possibly a random hype, maybe some false rumors spreading around the community. At the time of CS2's hype, it almost felt normal, but with anything, if it's skins, crypto, whatever, if it goes up as fast as that rate, it can fall just as quick as it went up. Let me know what you guys think down below. Where do you see the skins market in another year's time? Hope you all have a great day, stay positive, stay sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.